But let's start this vibe shit. Let's go into these topics I got. I only remember one, and I'm gonna make up the other ones as I go. So it is what it is. Now, I have been watching some 80s and 90s shows and movies lately, such as we've binge watching In Living Color. Niggas been watching. I just watched Hollywood Shuffle earlier and shit like that, and like we don't have any outlets that's really putting on for the black, the HBCUs and the making educating our community a trend and shit like that. What's up, Remo? What's up, LaShawn? That's what I'm saying. Like black faded out. Like it was a fad. It ain't what it used to be. You feel me? Like what's going on with that? Like why can't we get back to that?
What you mean, black faded out, or it's a fad? Like
Being black is a
being so
fad.
damn old, y'all. It's less white supremacy. So it's still white supremacy, but it's less. So it's no need to do all that no more. You still got your Black Lives Matter groups and shit like that. But I mean, as far as education wise, everybody know black people do their thing. So we ain't really.
Yeah, but why isn't Howard as prestigious as Yale and motherfucking Harvard and shit like that? What's up, Dre? What's up, Kid Lena?
I mean, I don't know, but don't act like Yale and Harvard is all white schools, motherfucker.
I ain't saying that, but it is. But what I'm saying is,
it's not.
No, but look,
go to Yale and Harvard.
This is what I'm saying is, why aren't our black kids trying to go to Spelman and shit like that, Bethune-Cookman?
Shit, they are.
Instead of Howard and shit like that. Like when
they go to, I know hella motherfuckers from the city went to Howard. Hella smart motherfucker, nigga, you is tripping.
And I bet you if they had the choice between Harvard and Howard, they was gonna take their ass to Harvard.
Not me. If I was smart as hell, I'm taking my ass to Howard. I ain't about to be around all these fucking up ass white people.
Like we used to see motherfucking hoodies and shit with the HBCUs logos on it and shit like that. Like, you feel me? Cliff and Claire went to HBCUs and they rep their shit all the time. You feel me? Martin and Will stayed in a hoodie from an HBCU. You feel me?
I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. I wasn't around that time to see it, so
yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying, and that's why your generation.
I don't feel like it's a need to.
It is a big ass need too.
When everybody know and know about, like, Tennessee State got hella people. The HBCU, Kentucky State got hella motherfuckers go there. Like, motherfuckers fuck with HBCU.
Not for real.
Cookman. Like, I was about to go to Bethune-Cookman. Like, motherfuckers fuck with HBCUs before they fuck with university.
And where you go?
Fuck with all black college.
Where did you go?
Toledo.
Exactly.
Toledo.
Exactly. White ass Toledo. Why did you go to Toledo instead of?
Because stuck up ass Bethune-Cookman ain't let me the fuck in.
Because you was a dumbass.
Fuck you talking about? I don't give a fuck. I'm one of y'all, bitch. Let me in. I hate black people.
Nah. Your name don't say black, just like mine don't.
Alright, bitch. Don't put my name in your name. I got the black. Nah, I got the most common name.
Yeah, first name, not that middle name.
Cornelius, that's the whitest shit.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Bitch, you only saying that because you ain't got no middle name. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's lit.
Weird ass, no middle name ass nigga.
And I found the bitch who didn't have a middle name too, and shit ain't work. I thought we was.
Y'all was right. Y'all was weird as hell together. Two people with no middle name.
You right, Dread. Motherfuckers do feel like they need Division One schools, and they've been brainwashed and shit, thinking that that's the upper echelon of schools. 'Cause at the end of the day, we are niggas to them, and we'll never be accepted for our greatness, and that we are. They have to keep us the fuck out. You right, but I'm saying like, yeah, that going to their schools is designed to keep us down and keep us feel like keep us segregated. If we would appreciate the HBCUs out there, it would turn the stride around. You feel me? Like people just now starting to appreciate being black again since the 90s. You feel me? Natural hair and being natural. You feel me? But back with Martin and a living color and a different world and shit like that was on, everybody was appreciating being black. Why does it have to be a fad? Is what I'm saying. Like, what's up, Truly? And I think it comes from us letting them take our culture. You feel me? And using it as a fad. If we stop letting them take our culture and making it seem like it's something to do, we won't have to go through this shit. Like shit. Yeah, my dumb ass wanted to go to MIT growing up. But that's because I liked electronics. I didn't research HBCU's motherfucking electronic, computer programs and shit like that. But besides that, I wanted to go to them. Yeah, you was stuck. I was gonna talk shit, but I was like, nah, I ain't even gonna do it over here. I would keep talking about the goddamn topic though. But yeah, also like Dre had said too, it comes from motherfuckers not promoting it, man. Like I've been looking for some hoodies and shit like them hoodies, man. Yeah, but also if we can afford to go to these other schools, motherfucking NYU and LSU and shit like that, we can afford to go to a HBCU. Now that's the problem that I got with public schools and private schools too. We always complain about the public schools not getting the funding they need, but we quick to spend our money with a private school when we could take that same money and put it to a public school. Same thing goes with the HBCUs. Maybe if they were being funded and we had students going there, they wouldn't feel like they're defunded and need to bleed us dry as well. And also, that's part of being a prestigious facility is the costs. Shit. The shit like that is ranked by the amount of people that they don't let in. If you understand, if that make any sense. The less people you let in, or the harder it is to get in, the more valued the education seems. Now, the education that I got from Cincinnati State, I will say it was some good shit. I don't know what I would have got from a different school, but I know what I got from Cincinnati State. I didn't come out of there none of them days feeling like a dumbass. I always felt like I learned some shit. I feel like I could market anything that I fucking put out there. If I really wanted to, I could market vibes like a motherfucker for real, for real. Just like you gotta have the grades to go to fucking Yale and Brown and shit like that. You gotta have the grades to go there. You gotta have the grades to go to Xavier. Yeah. And that's just like any other prestigious school out there. It's gonna it's gonna be limitations and qualifications and requirements that you gotta meet in order to get into it, because that's how it gets held up to that standard. If you're not doing that, then they're not gonna respect you. That's why colleges get the rep that they get. It's not off of the education that you get. It's just that anybody can go get the shit. But that's because it's not funded. The teachers don't care. The establishment doesn't care because we don't care about it. If we put our money towards it, it wouldn't be. If we eliminated private schools, since everybody to public schools, or not even that. Let's take all the people that live in the city that's paying taxes to fund these schools anyway. The money that they putting into the public schools already, because the government makes them, and then we take that money from that they putting into the private schools and put that into the public schools. I guarantee you they have books. Them teachers that have money. Them students get a better education because people that care. It's we make people pay taxes to fund the schools. It's not something that they want to do, so nobody cares about the shit. It's like fucking chores. Nobody cares about cleaning the kitchen. You know you gotta do it, so shit, you don't give a fuck about it. That may be true, but that's because they probably got denied from HBCUs. My bad. They got denied from Ivy League schools. If it wasn't for my kids trying to play sports, even though my people's alluded to again, we've been brainwashed to make our kids play D1 sports. But hey, fuck it. We haven't gotten to the generation where they changed the shit yet, so I gotta follow the lead right now. Until I get to my grandkids, then them motherfuckers going to HBCUs. You can kiss my ass. What's up, Whitney? I ain't even know you was watching. You was tuned in. But the thing is, what I'm saying though, LaShawn, is like I said on a couple vibes ago, if we, the people, took whether it's a couple hours out our week or a couple dollars out our paycheck and went to go buy a book a year, one person, one household buys a book a year. The school, we can dictate where our money goes. To be honest, if we actually, I ain't even gonna get into that because I know I ain't ready to leave the earth yet. So I'm gonna ixnay that right now. But we can determine where our money go for real, for real. What's up, Dread?
What's happening?
Shit.
That HBCU conversation, man, it's just crazy because motherfuckers ain't aware, bro. A lot of motherfuckers don't know shit about the HBCU scene, period, which is fucked up, bro. Like, we in the year 2019, And you really got some college motherfuckers graduating that don't know shit about it. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers really don't have a clue. Then you got, like, city niggas that's like us who's scared to go down there and live in some of them country areas. Motherfuckers don't even want to go and see what that country life like. Like, you feel me? Like, what? Go down into Alabama? Hell nah, I ain't going to Alabama. Boy, ain't shit for me down there. Them niggas dumb. Them niggas this and that. Like, don't
You
even
ain't gotta.
don't even know.
You
Like,
can go to Georgia and go to Atlanta. It's like three
I mean,
H
yeah, I'm
right
just
there.
telling you though.
And A.
Like I said, when you talk about this, bro, like even to go back to like we said, 18 years ago, 14 years ago when we was coming out of high school. You get what I'm saying? Like it was people we knew who didn't have a clue about HBCUs and shit.
But
Then, like I
how?
said, on the
How?
athletic level,
All right.
athletic level, like I told you, that's where I was really pissed off because we need more of our black athletes to go down there, and that'll really start the transition right there in itself.
It would.
Is the athlete. Because what they fail to realize is you don't need Division I to go to the pro. I don't care where you at. If you balling out, you gonna be seen. You feel me? And it's proof.
I get where you're coming from with that, but also you need the proper competition to be respected in college.
You do, but not necessarily. Like I said, bro, it's been proven, man. We got guys that came out of there and shit. Like, bro, when you out there doing certain things, when your talent is that cold, bro, it's recognizable regardless of who you going up against. Like, you feel me? So it's like, man, you got to really be on some like open your mind up. Don't be afraid of change. And with these HBCUs, we really just need to be forcing it down our people's throats, man. At the
That's
end
the
of the day,
thing
like
we
you
need
said,
to do.
you need to just really be pushing this down these kids' throats. Anything they want to go to school for, they got one of these other schools in mind. It's an HBCU that's got what they need.
Yeah, don't let a HBCU be a backup. Let it be the first. Let it push it as a first option. And
Yeah, as a parent right now, as a parent of any child growing up, you should at least, for every school your child come up with that they may be interested in college, if you're a person of color, especially a black person, then you should damn sure make sure that they're going to check out a HBCU.
our
For
teachers
everyone, if
need
they
to
want to
do
go
it.
check out something else for, you go look up that program for them and you find the one with the best, whatever it is they thinking about going to master in, major in, and you motherfucking make it happen.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, shit. You want to major in engineering? Okay, well, I heard motherfucking, you feel me? Johnson C. Smith got a mean ass motherfucker. You feel me? Engineering program. Let's go check them out as well as checking out a Wisconsin or Ohio State. Like, as a parent, you got to do your due diligence, though, to make sure that they know.
Yeah. Now I understand what you're saying, LaShawn. That with their degrees wouldn't hold the same weight as someone from a white Ivy League school, but that's also
Yes, it
comes
would.
from. Hold on,
That's
let me
bullshit.
finish. Let me finish, Red. That also comes from us not giving it the respect that it deserves. It comes from us not respecting it. If we would respect it and send our kids to those schools more and not hold these Ivy League schools to more weight than we hold ours to, then it wouldn't be like that. You feel me?
Man, some people want to make racism a whole lot more than what it is, too, man. Like, don't get me wrong. This shit is real, it's relevant, it's prominent, it's happening. But because you went to a HBCU, that doesn't discredit your degree. In most cases, people are going to understand that you have some kind of cultural background now, and it's, if anything, going to add weight to it.
True.
Like just because they got the word black with it, people don't always think people hating. Somebody going to have some racial motherfucking denotation with it. Like, it don't bring it down just because you say black college. Like, nah, in most cases, most people are going to respect that and understand the cultural motherfucking diversity that you have from going to a black college. They're going to understand that you are more in touch with roots and know a little bit. Like, that shit ain't going to downplay it. Like, nobody look at no college degree period and look like, oh, this weak.
Yeah, but I feel like
That's like trying to say, what you trying to tell me now? Having that HBCU is like having a Brown Mackey? Come on, man. No, it's not. They're not gonna play you like that, bro. Like,
but like I what I'm saying, what I want to say in reference is that it's us being scared to embrace our culture. You feel me? It's us being afraid to embrace ourselves and what we have given the world.
And I get it. Like I get it. I get the reasoning that a lot of people may think that, you feel me, other universities and other things, I can understand you thinking that they come with more prestige, and some of them actually do in certain type of, like you said, in certain fields, in certain majors and minors. But for the most part, nah, they ain't gonna discredit you because you went to a HBCU. That's not gonna happen, man. And then at the end of the day, the eye-opening part of the whole situation is the thing that you get probably that you don't necessarily get at a HBCU is the culture, the diversity. One of the biggest things about college is networking. You feel what I'm saying? And I know just because it's an HBCU doesn't mean that there's not going to be any white students. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be any Asian students. It just means that it's going to be predominantly black.
But that's just
I
like
can
going
get you
to
if
an
you
Ivy
feel like,
League
hey, I
school.
want to go, huh?
That's just like going to an Ivy League school, except it's the reverse. You gonna be the minority, regardless. You feel me?
Oh, I get that.
I mean, you're gonna be the minority if you go to an Ivy League school, but if you go to a HBCU, you're gonna be the majority, and it's gonna be some white people and Chinese people sprinkled all about. You feel me? Shit, man. This I do want to touch on what I said. To while I got this thought in my head, I want to touch on the topic that I kind of touched on yesterday, but nobody seen. Um, I lost it. Fuck it. Go ahead. That shit happens
I'm
from
trying to
time
read
to
this
time.
long ass motherfucking statement
Me
right now.
too.
Yeah, the numbers. I don't even know how to go find numbers statistically to look up what you're trying to say, sweetheart. Like, where are those numbers at where I could see a white man and a black man applying for a job and they chose the white man,
The
and you know the
Department
black
of
man was
Labor.
more qualified?
The Department of Labor.
You pull me up some numbers. You show me. Like, I'm not in the business of trying to say, you feel me, whether or not that was false or not. But I don't believe that statistically they have somewhere this black guy was more qualified than this white guy, and we gave the job to the white guy. And statistically, there's somewhere that is proven and documented that it's been done. I don't know that. I don't know how to find those
It's
statistics.
been done on numerous cases, but what I'm saying is, the Department of Labor will tell you that there's more hiring of white people than black people, flat out, right? So what? That's the gist of what she said, is that they will find a way to
I know
hire
more
a white
people
man
that's
over a
qualified for
black
jobs
guy.
than black people, and I know more white people that's applying for jobs than black people too, though, bro. Like, I love my people, but if we gonna be real, let's be real.
Like for me, for example, you know my background, you know my work ethic, you know what I got under my
And I
belt.
know you don't want a job, nigga.
No,
When-
this is
when
at
have you
this
applied
point.
for a job?
But why don't I want a job for real? Besides what I'm my current
You
employment.
want to work for yourself.
But besides that, because I got turned down for numerous jobs where I was overly qualified and didn't get it, and then I get the job finally, and I'm in training with a bunch of dumbass people who was hired way before me, and I had to pull some strings to get in this motherfucker.
Yeah, just stop trying to act like your past don't affect your future, bro.
You right.
Okay, so you know what you've done in the past. So you know why you got some taint on your name that makes it hard for people to look past certain shit. Let's just be real. Like I said, man, sometimes we don't be wanting to be real as black folks, man. Like, don't get me wrong, it's rough out here. It's very hard out here for us, too. And I feel like we got our backs against the wall. But just as easy as it is to blame somebody else for it, it's just that easy to keep moving, too, man. But a lot of them don't want to. A lot of people don't want to. I ain't speaking up for the people that don't want to, bro. So when we start talking about racism, man, I speak up on certain specific cases. I don't try to speak up for the masses because I learned the masses don't even want what all of us want. You feel me? It ain't even, that's why we learned it ain't no such thing as common sense, bro. Because like we said, Majority of these people don't be on it, bro. You feel me?
A lot of people don't know what that mean. That mean he hit it on the nose.
Calling the Fairfield Inn by Marriott.
But yeah, though, I just feel like we should embrace
One moment.
these HBCUs before we end up losing them.
That's facts though, cause it's gonna happen at the end of the day, and then people gonna regret it. Then people gonna be salty, but it's gonna happen.
But
Everybody know about CIAA, know about the day parties. Don't nobody want to go down there and promote the schools though.
right, you feel me? But shit, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. That's why I said it's a fad. It's coming back around to where people start embracing their blackness, and then it's gonna go out of style.
It's a never revolving door. Like how they gonna do it is what they always do, man. They gonna do something to close everything down. You feel me? They gonna do something. They gonna do something to distract us real quick and make us feel like being black ain't cool again.
Yep.
You feel me? It's all a bullying tactic, bro. We've been bullied since the beginning of time. Like you said, everybody want to go to these Ivy League schools, go to all them schools. That's just because they've done made us want what they had. You feel me? We've been designed to want whatever they got. When all they ever wanted was what we got. And that's swag. Just general culture. Just swag. Just they want to be us. And we spending our whole life trying to be them.
Motherfuckers want that animal life house instead of having the school days house
That's
life.
not
You feel me?
originally what they wanted. We want to talk about originally what they wanted.
No, we talk about the people now.
Well, now ain't put the people in the past when they built the way for them.
It's this generation. It's a fad, man. It ain't even like I'm talking about like our generation and shit. Like your mama generation and them, they embrace the blackness. The shit in the '90s, living single, all that shit, embrace the blackness.
They're the first people that started not being able to raise their kids.
That was the end of the crack era.
Hell
People
yes.
started not being able to raise their kids.
You was either selling dope or doing dope.
Then all the kids just fucked up and turned to us now.
Yeah, which is cool because it's a generation of kids who don't want to do dope. Well, they do want to do dope. They want to do all the dopes. All the dopes.
Pass the dope. Give us the dope.
What she say? Please stop saying you with me, embracing you. Embracing majority. I mean, you keep saying the money and all that stuff, but we got the money to go to these Ivy League schools. We got the aspirations and the grades to go to these Ivy League schools. We can get into these HBCUs.
Flat out, motherfuckers got that money, man. They don't want to spend it on that.
If you could take out a loan,
college period. They ain't. I was about to say they ain't got the money to go to college. Period. That's why everybody got student loan debt.
that's what I'm saying.
If you take out the debt, why not take out the debt to be right there with your own?
Exactly. That's what I was about to get to. You gonna take out that loan?
Then why you making excuses for the slow ones? Get your grades together. You're trying to go to college.
You trying to start your
no
career?
There's no excuses with that one, man. We got to. Like my boy Jada said. You feel me? Jada said this shit. I hope my son go to one of these black colleges. You feel me? Get him a scholarship and go to one of these black colleges, boy.
Yeah. It is cool though.
I don't think that matters.
It's easy to make excuses, man. You feel me? It's easy to make excuses. It's easy to blame people.
It's the prestige.
If we want change in this country, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard. Shit. We ain't gonna never get it until people understand that. Like, they want to take the easy way out. There is no easy way out, y'all. We got to work for this. That's it.
Yeah. But shit, it's about time. You got some more talk for us?
Mo Tizzy.
And hold on, while you think about what you about to say, I do want to say, LaShawn, I don't wanted you to feel like we jumping on you.
Yep, we jumping on you, Sean.
Nah. Cause that be making. I noticed some people stopped watching Vibes because they felt like they was getting the opposite opinion of what they go of their opinion. Some just said like, don't let that be the reason you stop watching Vibes. That should have gave you enough time to think of something to say.
Oh, that was supposed to give me enough time right there.
I said,
Wow.
hold on. While you thinking about what you about to say, let me address da 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 da. I said that.
Okay.
Everybody can't do me. I've been doing this for 215 days. Dre been on here for about like 90 days. Probably like a 60 for real. Good 60 Bob. What, you froze over there?
Nah.
Oh. You thinking or are you working?
I was over here trying to do some shit real quick. Had to get some work done.
Alright, let me go in the motel
But
then.
no. Yeah, so for the Motizzy. Alright. Never mind, go ahead.
Alright, good night, Whitney. Oh no, you gotta wait for the motivation. I get some motivation every night. Look. I just found out that it's never too late to do whatever the fuck you want to do. I just got my temps today. After all this goddamn time of driving. I done had my temps, my license for about like 6 months out my life. And I got my temps today. So it's never too late to go do some shit that you want to go do. I just wanted to tell y'all I got my temps. But that's the end of the motel and the vibes. Shout out to Whitney, LaShawn. God damn it. Wade.
To Queen City Twerk Squad.
Let's see here. Goof. Misha. Dread. Kid Lena. Remo. Anthony. Leah. And everybody else gonna watch this shit tonight, tomorrow, whenever the fuck you gonna watch this shit. And let him do it, cause I don't feel like it for real. Y'all was about to get a dry one. I don't even want to do a dry one today. Keep hope alive. Keep the Pope alive. Ooh, he taking too long. I was about to say.
Wamana!
Ooh, yep.